Hey everyone, it's Ken and Andrea here from Northern Viking Explorer. Today we want to do a quick review for you of our interior virtual balcony cabin that we had on Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas. We recently took this to Alaska and we want to share our thoughts with you on the cabin. So let's go ahead and dive right into it.
We were on deck 7 in an inside cabin with a virtual balcony. So Ken, tell me what you liked about it.
So it was cabin 7521 and there's lots to like about this cabin. It's actually we've had quite a few interior cabins and this was probably my favorite.
Yeah, definitely up there.
Definitely up there. Some of them have been more spacious, but this one was definitely up there. First off, this is the first thing I check. It had a glass or acrylic shower door. I love that. It makes me so happy. I don't like shower curtains.
I agree. That was really nice.
And there was lots of storage.
Yeah, especially over the bed.
Lots of drawers. Over the bed, there's a cupboard that opens up on both sides and went the whole width of the cabin. There's just tons of storage, and it seemed very spacious.
It did.
For a small cabin.
It did. I like that there was the little chair that you could sit in. There wasn't a couch, but there was a chair.
But there was two chairs.
The little one that goes with the vanity. So you could pull both of the chairs out and sit in front of the TV if you wanted together in front of your virtual balcony. It was pretty lovely.
Your thoughts? There's quite a bit I have.
Well, I'm going to talk about the virtual part.
Okay, let's start out with that part.
Yeah. So, I didn't know if this would be super cheesy and be like, what's the point of having a fake balcony? I wasn't really buying into it, but I'll tell you what I really liked about it. I liked that I could see the weather outside.
Yeah.
When you had it, we kept it on most of the time during the day. So you could tell if the weather had changed.
And it's floor to ceiling. A big, big TV floor to ceiling.
It adds a lot of light into your cabin. And it does make you feel kind of more like you're seeing out, even though it's not
Well,
real.
we could see other ships going by on there. It actually, I believe, when we were in port, it would often show out the side of the ship, but as we were sailing, I'm pretty sure it was showing off the front of the ship.
I think so too.
I have that on my list too, and I thought it would be hokey getting on. And it actually turned out to be one of my favorite parts of our cabin. It was really cool. I really liked it.
I did too.
Yeah. And I didn't know what to expect, so...
Yeah. I would agree.
For a minimal amount more, it was cool.
And this cabin was really clean when we came in. I didn't find a single thing out of place or awkward. I thought it was really nice.
Often we've gotten on ships and maybe the shaving mirror or something like that has smudges on it. You can tell they forgot to clean it, or you've even found...
I found a broken fingernail.
In the corner, different things like that. Yeah. This was spotless. And I understand that can have to do with your cabin steward as well. By the way, James, awesome job.
One of the friendliest cabin stewards ever.
Yeah. He was awesome.
Amazing. So not just a clean cabin, a friendly cleaner, which is amazing.
And I don't know that we've ever had unfriendly ones, but he was extra friendly.
He was. Yeah. He was. Really nice guy.
But yeah, it's super clean, and I think the feel, the colors all went together as well. It was very neutral, but calming.
I liked it. And this one, some of you may be like, oh, that's a good thing. There's no coffee table in the room, so it's easier to walk around.
Yeah.
You're not walking around the coffee table. The vanity does move.
Yeah, you could pull it out.
So you could pull it out and sit and use it as a table, put both chairs on each side or however. It was very flexible that way.
Yeah.
But it made it less cumbersome to move. I didn't feel that panic we're squished in a little space.
No, for sure. Because there was no coffee table, there was a kind of open area right in the middle. So
you had breathing room. It was nice.
I do need to say, most cruise ships, but our suitcases did fit under the bed.
Yes.
We have 30-inch suitcases. They fit both of them under the bed, no problem. They just slid under. And again, the wardrobe was quite large. There was enough hangers for us for a week. The safe was in there. And you'd mentioned that, not on this video, but to me, the fridge it's a fridge, but it's not a super cool fridge. It's more like a cooler.
They call it a cooler. So it's one of those things, if you require, especially for medication, you want to contact the cruise line ahead of time to make sure you have a fridge cold enough for those things, because it is a cooler. It's cold for your soda or whatnot.
The beverages we put in there were cold, like not ice cold, but cold, like I would comfortably have them. Yeah. So, any other things? I have quite a few here.
It was really quiet, and it could have been partially our location, because we were like in an inside hall, and it was a dead end. So
there was probably
a lot of people walking by.
At the most, maybe 6 cabins that would walk by us.
I didn't wake up once to anybody walking by. It was super quiet.
Yeah, I would agree. So I do want to, this is I'm going to say one wish with this one.
Okay.
So there was a plug beside the bed, which was super handy, but it was only on one side of the bed.
My side.
Your side.
So it was good. There was no problem.
Yeah. So I wish that there was one on both sides of the bed, or at least a USB on the other side.
Yeah.
But only one side of our cabin had a plug. But the regular plug, so there was, I believe it was 2 regular 120s, 2 USB ports, and 1 European plug. And we actually bought a European plug adapter, which has USB-C and USB-A in it. So we had some extra plugs there. Actually, I'll link that below in the description if you do want to pick one up, because it was super
helpful.
handy. Yeah.
And I actually, because out in the hall, most of them are those European plugs.
You even took one, and we were in the C-Plex, I think, and you plugged it in and was charging your phone out at the C-Plex, because I think they plug their vacuums and things into them. So you were one of the few people plugged into a wall outside of the cabin. So
yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
You know what? I loved the cabin. I thought it was well organized, well put together.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you want to mention?
I have a wish, but I have a couple more things that I really like.
Yeah.
The TV, I really liked how it was on a hinge. So it did swing out maybe 30, 45 degrees from the wall. So you got a better angle of it from the bed.
Yeah.
There was quite a few hooks, so there wasn't a draw, like a wash line in the shower, but there was 2 hooks in the shower, 2 right outside the shower, and then a couple more on the door.
I actually, first I was like, oh, like since when does a cruise line not have one of those clotheslines? But I actually thought it was faster to hang up a wet swimsuit in the shower on a hook. I actually
it was actually better. Yeah. I agree. I have a couple that you'd already mentioned. I did have that it was extremely quiet. There was a full-length mirror as well, and I know you were really happy about that. But other than that, it was an amazing cabin. I would not, if I'm booking an interior again, would not hesitate to book that cabin again.
I really liked it.
And it was nice. It was a little bit further from like the Lido deck and all that, but it was only a couple flights above the Royal Esplanade, so we usually just walked there.
We usually took the elevator to go up to the Lido deck.
Yeah, but walked when we went to the lower
inside
decks.
stuff. Yeah.
So that's it for likes. Did you have likes?
No, I have some wishes.
I do have a couple of wishes, or I actually already said one of them, so you can go ahead first.
I don't know if you're going to agree. You can set your own temperature in there, but I found the cabin slightly warm.
I do not have this down, but I would 100% agree.
In general, I found the ship warm, like the whole ship. Now, kind of a funny thing though is our wardrobe was freezing cold. Like our clothes were cold. So I actually opened the wardrobe doors at time. Yeah. Because that let more cold air. Somehow.
I think the vent went up behind the wardrobe, and it kept the walls of the wardrobe really cool. So I think that, yeah.
The clothes were ice cold.
So if you're on there, check that out. Maybe it might cool it down if you leave your wardrobe open.
Yeah. Kind of a weird observation, but.
Yeah.
It
made sense. But it definitely was a warmer ship.
Okay, I have one more thing. It's technically not in the cabin.
Okay, I have one more for the cabin, but go ahead.
Okay, it's getting on the way to the cabin. So our cabin, like I said, was like on an interior hallway. And when you turn to go onto the interior hallway, I was going to say highway, there's a little bump, like a transition.
Well, it's like the floor raised maybe 3 inches, so there was kind of an angled floor.
So probably 3 times. It probably took me about 3 times before I finally learned to not hit that bump.
Well, we both nailed it and almost went flying.
and you like,
we
food
no
and...
drinking here. That was just us walking,
Yeah.
and it's because you don't kind of see it because it's in the carpet and it just goes up, and we both stumbled. I almost lost all my pizza.
So like it's totally a small thing, but I was a slow learner with that one.
Yeah. My last thing is a wish. It wasn't my favorite mattress.
It was firm.
It was quite firm. I didn't come home with a sore back, but it wasn't my favorite mattress.
I found it a little hard, especially like on my shoulder and hips. It was definitely...
Yeah.
And there were already 2 added, like
when we showed up, there's 2 layers on it.
Added to make it softer. So, you know, we did talk to our room steward. He said he could look into it. But we just said, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Not a mattress I would buy.
That's for sure. Wasn't the worst, but...
I do want to say that I just thought of this now, though.
Yeah.
The bedding was really, really comfortable.
Yeah.
And the pillows were very comfortable.
Yeah. I have another wish, though. With this is, like, totally small. But there's no hand lotion or hair conditioner. Mm-hmm. So the only thing provided for that toiletries is like a bar of soap and then 1 body wash and shampoo. It's like a 2-in-1 body wash shampoo.
But no conditioner.
No conditioner. Mm-hmm. So a little limited on the products.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
And there's one more thing that you haven't talked about. You
Really?
talked about how you liked how the TV turned out.
Oh!
You didn't talk about the actual programming.
That's true. I was actually thinking about this, and
I'm surprised because this was a big issue for you.
So I actually went to the front desk and asked because on the clicker for the TV it said like interactive, and I just assumed that almost every cruise we've gone on there's like complimentary on-demand movies and sitcoms, at least movies, and they said no, not on this ship. There's not interactive like on-demand TVs, and it's like, you know, the TV there's stuff on TV, but it's fairly limited, and I was just surprised that there wasn't.
But apparently it's on some of the other ships, but not on this one.
But it's not that we go on the cruise to watch TV, we don't, but it's nice when you're relaxing in your cabin at night maybe to put on a comedy or something, and there wasn't any of that.
Yeah,
so
there's still quite a few channels, but it is limited.
It was hard to find anything I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
So I just watched stuff I downloaded on my phone, but it's nice if your favorite comedy is on the demand.
I think all in all, though, it's a really nice cabin. It was very comfortable. You know, these are like small little wishes, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, amazing cabin, and we really enjoyed it.